Welcome to Rapid Rants, episode 41. We are short a Blaze Hunter. He is currently in Vegas doing his wrestling thing, covering all these awesome events. He's doing big things out there. To fill in, we have J Prime, who is an independent artist who works closely with Blaze. This guy, legit, anyone watching, go check out his music. I don't say that lightly. He is a great artist, and I'm always excited to see your post, man.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited to have you on today. We got some crazy topics. One of the things we're going to be talking about is that fake ass trip to space with Katy Perry has been driving me crazy. It's all over my feed, and it just makes me angry every time I see it. Talk about charging kids rent, all sorts of stuff. Let's go ahead and run the first topic.
Ooh, this brings up a good question. Would you rather have a lower wage but be happy every single day at work? Or would you rather just suck it up and keep a job that you don't exactly find meaningful to keep higher pay?
Easy. Let me get that higher pay.
Yep.
Like my life might suck at work, but I'm gonna take that money and have some fun. The fuck?
Definitely.
Oh, for real.
Well,
I think it depends on your long term, right? If you really need the money for, I don't know, paying off a house or something, I would go with the higher money. If it's something that you should be doing at least a couple of years, I would consider like something in between, like something more fun, maybe a bit less money, depending on your own personal goals that you want to achieve.
Yeah,
You found the middle ground on that one.
Straight up.
We're over here, cheap or money.
No, but for me, like I get it. First of all, it depends on like how much more money the job you don't like is. But if this was the 90s, I'd be all in for the old money, for the more money, because the economy was so crazy that like if you were making 150 grand a year, your mortgage was like $800 a month, man. You could go on vacations, you could go out to dinner whenever you want. Right now, that job would have to be bringing like 500 grand for that kind of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'd have to know the details. I will tell you, I don't like having a boss. I really that's my biggest thing against having like a regular job is I don't like being told when and where I need to be somewhere and what I need to. I can do that on my own.
Bathroom because it's inflicting with your job. Like
Fact,
what?
like, bro, I'm an adult. I don't need to ask permission for that shit. Like, so I don't know.
I would say like both of them in general. Like you're gonna have a boss, right? But I would take the money. If it's just one or the other, I'm taking the money. I can do so many things with my life and to find fulfillment. My job doesn't have to be it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
I gotta go with the money too.
Y'all so gold
solves
diggers.
everything,
Y'all
bro.
bad.
No, I'm not a gold digger. I'm greedy.
Very.
All right.
You know how expensive it is to be an artist?
Right. Thing with the artist though is it goes from like no money to all the money.
Yep.
So there is no happy medium with being an artist.
What type of people are going to their high school reunions? Because my 15-year high school reunion is this year. We didn't have a 10-year because of COVID, so we pushed it to 15 years. And the Facebook group, everybody who seems really excited about it was like either like very popular. They were in that group. Or they were very much not popular. No shade to them, but it's true. And as someone who was squarely in the middle, maybe a little bit more towards the popular side, but just not in that like exclusive group, I just don't think I'm gonna have anyone to talk to. So yeah, anyone else in this position?
Would y'all go to your high school reunion?
I was literally
No.
I was in December, but it was like our graduation. I think it were like 3 different graduation classes.
Whoa.
So it was good, and it's not like only that just only a sort of type of people just showed up. It was like randomly everyone who had time who was in town, and it was really nice seeing them after such a long time. And I liked it. It's not, it had to be you had to be popular to go there. No.
Right. No, and honestly, like I didn't know if there was a 10-year high school reunion. I didn't get notified about it if there was for my class, but I am crazy enough coming up on my 25th year high school reunion is next year, like that, or like my 20-year straight up. I want to go. I would like to go because I see these people's social media presence, their little Facebook posts with their happy little families on little vacations and walks and stuff, and I want to drill them to figure out how real those pictures are. You know what I mean? Like
it's social media, nothing is real.
Your relationship. Like, are you really happy? Are you that happy? You smile a lot. Stop smiling.
I didn't know when it was. Like, I didn't get invited into the group of when the graduation was, but someone invited me to the year before. And I'm like, I'm not in your class. Like, why I didn't get an invite? So I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna keep doing me and call it a day.
Yeah. Prime, you said you wouldn't go. Why?
I wouldn't go because
I went to 4 different high schools, and I don't like any of them anyway. So
just show up like 30 minutes each. So every time you're invited, to be like, okay, get a drink. No, but I think it was nice. And some people, they didn't. They looked still the same. I was like, you look just like you graduated last year. What happened? And the others were looking like all wrinkled up, divorced, like 5 kids.
Sometimes I see pictures of friends from high school and I look and like, there's no way we're the same age. There's like, bro, you look like my dad.
It's from having them kids and that happy family.
We're just stressed out, okay?
All right, first 4-minute topic.
How many days you think you could handle stuck in your home alone for $2,000 per day? Depends. Am I allowed to take breaks? Nope. Has to be days in a row. If you stop, the challenge ends definitely. Can I invite some friends or family inside? Neither of them. No one gets insides. If you already have roommates or live with people, they are exceptions though. Obviously they can stay. What about food? Am I supposed to survive without eating and taking out the trash? You're getting $2,000 a day, deliveries, and having someone taking your trash out won't be that expensive. Remember, you can see people at your door. Oh right. What about backyard or garden? Not allowed. Balcony is fine. Okay, seems alright. I get my usual access to internet and everything else? Absolutely no other restrictions. How many days can you handle?
$2K a day to stay in your house. How many days?
This is like $14K a week.
I know, dude.
And then a month is gonna be like $56K.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna stay home for like 2 months.
For someone like me, that's love.
I love being home. I'm fine. I have internet.
But I think the only problem I would really have is you're not allowed to have visitors. You're not allowed to have being on the phone and
FaceTime exists for a reason.
Facts.
Yeah, but I think they won't know. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He making 12 albums.
Straight up.
So this is like the
paying for promotion and everything, doing it right with the 2K, man.
Well, here's the thing. Depending on where your windows are, you can have like one of your friends on the outside. You open up the window. You guys can converse that way. Cheers to a drink up in the air. Like, you're good.
Upper level. It's not gonna work.
Why not?
I'd be like Rocky, have them come up and yell at you.
Or even open the door. They can stand like 6 feet apart.
He said you could have people come to the door. They bring you things or whatever. So I think I could last a year. I think
a
and
year.
then I'm bro. Then you're looking at over $700,000. With that in mind, I could gladly stay my happy ass in my house and do my thing every single day. No, that's I could
I would be like, fuck Task Rabbit. I don't need to clean, do yard work, none of that. I'm making $2,000 a day. I'm straight for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
What's the bare minimum? What's the bare minimum you do it for?
Like what I would get
like 500 a day, 200 a day.
Honestly, I would say 500 isn't bad because as horrible as it sounds, I make 500 a week. So 500 a day, I just made money in a week. Like, I'm good.
Right.
The question is before or after taxes.
We're not going to talk about taxes right now.
That's
bare minimum.
Kushana, you would, bro.
I've survived off a lot less.
Because you know how it is here, right? If I have to pay 43% taxes, not 500. No.
Damn.
Well, especially for us. Like my lady works from home. I work from home. like we're already home all the time anyway.
Yeah.
It's it really wouldn't be. It's not rare for us to go 2-3 days without leaving the house.
Yeah.
Like
the only thing is that Ty would have to walk the dog.
They didn't say anything about that. That's true.
Sorry, Dad.
Oh.
Yeah, but but I think I would use that time to be productive. Like,
Oh, no doubt.
lock up and then,
sure.
recording, writing, doing all the stuff that I didn't always have an excuse for not doing it.
Trust me, this would be the biggest podcast in the world if that was our situation right now. I promise you, I would put all the money into the promotion and everything.
All the special effects in there, like, boom.
By the end of that year, bro,
Do
we'd
the
be
most.
monetized to where we don't even miss the 2K a day for staying home. Like that's
That's chump change at that point.
But yeah, maybe they should start an experiment. That would be down for real.
There's some company that's holding like a competition for who can be the laziest person, and it's like you literally can't get out of your bed. They have like a bunch of beds set up, and you got to just lay. That I could not do. That would drive me crazy.
Yeah,
What if you have?
PlayStation in front of me.
But what if you have to use the bathroom? Like,
Diapers.
you're not. Nah, this is bad.
I'm not sitting in no diapers. I'm not doing it.
No, not sitting in bed wearing a dirty diaper. No, ain't gonna happen, man. Oh man, all right. So this is one of the topics I really wanted Blaze to be on here for, because he posted about this new show on Disney Plus called "Dying for Sex"
On
Yeah,
Disney?
Dying on Disney?
on Disney
Oh.
Plus.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Here's who the person that show is based on. This is her story.
She left her husband to be with as many men as possible after she got diagnosed with terminal cancer. And to say the internet is divided would be an understatement. But I want to know what you think. Molly was 42 when she got breast cancer. She beat it and was given hormone therapy. In most people, that causes a massive decrease in bedroom drive, but Molly saw a massive increase. A couple years later, her cancer came back, and it was terminal. She would have a couple years to live at best. During that time, she said she fell out of sync in the bedroom with her husband. But acts in the bedroom were the only thing that made her dying self feel alive. So she divorced her husband of 15 years and slept with nearly 200 men before passing away. During that time, she wrote about it on her blog and talked about it on her podcast. And it was such an unusual story, it's now become a TV series on Disney Plus of all platforms.
Ooh, serious.
Fucked up.
That's rough.
But even like Disney, come on now, Disney. I just always have Disney in mind for like kid stuff and but not like this sort of topics they.
Since Blaze isn't here, I have to say his sentence. Can't we just leave the kids alone?
Yes.
Just leave the
Please.
kids alone. Like make the show, put it on Netflix, put it on Hulu, put it on anything but Disney.
HBO,
Plus.
Warner Brothers.
But she also didn't
something.
take her vows very seriously. Like you were like till death do us part. Like no, I'm gonna just fuck a bunch of people till I die. Like that's. And he was there for her for like the first time, and then she's like, you know what? I'm gonna die. Peace out. I'm gonna get a divorce so I can actually have sex and not consider cheating on you.
Right.
What?
But they're always like, two sides of the story, right? I mean,
yeah, but if this is the side that we're getting, that's some shit.
Yeah, I can relate, but first, I don't. Well, but in her case, I don't know. That's crazy. I mean, when you know that you're having just only a specific amount of time left, you really want to share these type of moments in the time with your loved ones, right? So I don't get why you just have to be wilding out like you missed out on something.
And like you could have talked to him about it. Like I'm not saying he would have been receptive to you like opening up the relationship, but to get a divorce and then sleep with 200 men, like, damn.
Dude, I mean, the husband, bro. Like,
yeah.
What kind of blow was that? I feel that we have fallen out of sync in bed, is the way that she put it.
That was their
Oh, I'd be so angry. And then, I mean, logistically, like 200 men. I don't know how long she lived after she divorced, and then like, I mean, that had to be to the point where like she was just going into bars, walking up to guys and being like, "I will sleep with you tonight. Let's hang out.
I'm gonna die.
Guaranteed, you're getting lucky at the end of the night. we're doing this. This is what I'm, you know what I mean? Like it had to be just straight up.
Yeah.
Also makes you wonder, could a guy done the same thing?
He would have been considered an asshole for it. He would have been considered an asshole.
They definitely wouldn't have made a Disney Plus show about it.
There's different sides. Like he would just no. He didn't make her feel alive.
But who knows? But this is bad, you know, in good and bad times. But literally, she just wants to have the fun times.
Like there's so many things. Like okay, you're gonna die, whatever. But you could have talked to your husband and figure out ways that you could feel more. Not just like that's where communication comes into play. We talk about this every time. So many people, I don't care if it was 15 years, they're quick to divorce.
Well, facts. And I mean, I don't know, like he said the comments were divided, right? Like how people felt. And I mean, to a certain degree, I understand, okay, you want to, you're going to die. You want to do the things that will make you happy or whatever. But for it to be like just specifically sleeping with multiple men, it wasn't even like she went and found a partner that matched her freak and could, you know, like could keep up with what she was trying to do. But like to have that conscious decision of like, I'm dying. The only thing that will make me happy is multiple penises.
Yep.
Peni everywhere, every type of penis I can get, uncircumcised, circumcised. I want to try it all. That's the only thing in the world that's going to make me happy. I don't know if I could really have that moment of realization.
Do you think?
How long did they together?
I didn't say. What'd you say?
Said, but how long were they married and together? Like since their whole life?
I mean, I don't know. It didn't. We'll have to watch the show on Disney Plus to find out.
Because would have said they got together with like 12, 13, 14, and now you know that she might think like she missed out on something, but.
All right, man. We got What's Good Family podcast in the chat. Shout out to this guy we connected this week. I'm hopping on his show tomorrow. Y'all should go ahead and follow.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's run the next topic.
My kids are 18, 20, and 22, and I am amazed on here that what gets me the most hate in the comment section of posts is if I mention that I charge my kids rent. It's kind of shocking, but the rule since they were young they've known is if you're in college, you can live at home for free. If you're not, you have to work full time and pay rent. I start them about 6 months after graduation at $400. It goes up $100 a year. They have to start paying their own car insurance and gas at 16 and their own cell phone at 18 and rent college. My son that's still at home pays rent, doesn't complain about it, and I increase it $100 every year, and at some point he's going to say, okay, this is too expensive to pay to live at home. I'm going to.
What do y'all think?
I love it. I think the plan that she had was perfect. Especially the college aspect. Like I like that you're not going to charge because of college, but if you're not full time, I think that's a very executed plan. It's teaching them more responsibility as well and not just be like freeloaders.
Yeah, I agree. For me personally, I think that the economy does play a role in like making this decision as a family. For what my experience, like my daughter graduated high school last year, and we had basically the same understanding where like if you're not in college, you're working and you're paying a bill, and then so what we ended up doing, what we decided on is she pays the water bill because I wanted her to teach her paying a fluctuating bill because you never know how much it's going to be. Like and then she also gives us a certain amount from every single paycheck that she gets. And it started as a car fund, but she got plenty to buy herself a car. And we've continued that. So now it's a tuition fund. Now it's all these things. So it's rather than like charging her to stay here, we're teaching her how to save up her own money and the value of the discipline of taking this much out of your check. And we're not, I love her and she's doing a great job with it, but I don't trust her to put it in her own savings account because soon as the new Xbox games come out, she's gonna go.
Gotta go.
I think that's great. Like, you're actually utilizing the money to a specific fund. You're not blowing it on whatever. Like, no, it's contributing to their future, and I think that's also what needs to be said. Contribute to their future.
That's what I think.
She matched it with the overall goal, right? She wanted to make them more independent and aware of life. That's what she literally really got going on with, and set everything correct. But I must say, I was spoiled too. I didn't have to pay no rent or whatsoever. So it was, it was a good time. Like, I was working, of course, but I didn't really have to buy any food. And when I went to university, well, I moved out late. But I think I know where she's coming from, and I think I might have been pissed if it would have concerned me back at the day, but I can understand. Now I think I would do it the same. Because do you want like a kid who stays at home till like 35?
I mean, it's just so tough though, because like it's not like it used to be where you could go out and get a fast food job and work 40 hours and get a 1-bedroom apartment and be able to afford. You can't do that off $10 an hour anymore. You can't. You couldn't do that working 2 jobs. It's not. That's why we decided to do the fund, and that's where the one part of that I disagree with the woman on that video is because if you don't need the money, like obviously she's well off enough to not be concerned about money. She had all these kids and everything. Like then put in a fund. Don't make them, but help set them up for life while you teach them discipline and the realities of life.
Yeah, you're doing great. Like that's how it should be. It could be for like, you guys can agree upon, what do you want this fund to be? What do you want it to go towards? And this is what we're going to do. Like, that's it. No.
I mean, there's a lot of parents that just kick their kids out as soon as they turn 18. So at least she's doing something. I agree with it.
Well, I was kicked out because I was doing some dumb shit when I first went to college. My mom was like, "You got to go," and I was like, "All right." So I left.
Oh, she really did.
What? No, yeah. And apparently she was like, "I was just bluffing. I didn't think you would actually leave. I thought you would." I'm like, "No, you told me to leave, so I'm gonna go." And I found a spot for like $325, and I was fine.
$325? Would you run a place in 1992?
No, it was a roommate. Like
basement
too.
That's funny. That's funny. All right, this is a little creepy, guys. Walmart has entered the metaverse.
Okay, let's see.
You see the tomato sauce on your left? Go ahead and grab that and then place it in your cart.
Music.
Great. Looks like that's everything on your list. Are you ready to check out with Walmart Pay? I'll have the TV brought out to your car. Thanks for shopping at Walmart.
TV?
Have a great day.
Oh, okay.
Yo.
I got a question. So this is like literally the virtual room where you buy all that stuff, paying that shit, and literally the order comes home? Or is it just
it'll
a
be
gaming
delivered.
thing?
It'll be delivered to your house.
I mean, what about Instacart?
What about Walmart.com?
That too.
I mean, if you want to have the shopping experience, why don't you just go shopping?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is like,
I don't want to leave my house. I can't, because I can only make $2K a day.
Some other stuff about this, like other videos that I saw, you'll put milk in your cart, and then your Oculus or whatever you're accessing it through is connected to your smart fridge. So the Walmart shopper will say, "Oh, I just got a notification from your smart fridge. You already have a gallon of milk. Do you want to put that milk back?" Bro, like that's an invasion of privacy.
Yeah,
Like, stay out of my fridge,
it's a different
Walmart.
level of grocery shopping. I can tell you.
Is
But
this like a beta test, or who has access to this right now?
People, okay, so I don't know much about like the VR world right now, and I was confused when I kept saying like, "Oh, Walmart has entered the metaverse." Then I was like, "Wait, what's the metaverse?" You know what I mean? Like, so I looked it up, and there's just certain like the Oculus and other platforms that you can access. Like, I guess this existing virtual reality world that businesses are slowly adding themselves to. So whoever really likes the virtual reality thing, I guess this is up someone's thing. Like they want to go to stores in this digital world. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be like a mental health thing.
But I like the idea because everything is so digital now, but it will cause that people won't be going out no more. This is the bad, yeah, this is the side effect, which is literally bad because you socialize. Even if you go into the store, you just in touch with different people, bumping into each other or, I don't
Am I
know.
able to like actually see the produce to pick which avocado I want? Like, how are we gonna gauge that?
I don't think because I mean, when you don't get to pick what
No.
produce you want when you order online.
Yeah.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
sorry for the update. The update will be like life stuff. If they're gonna pack it into your bag and then they show it and you say, "Oh no, I don't want this. I want that." I don't want that.
I think
No,
we're
I
leaning
think
way too much into technology. We need to like live real life some more.
absolutely, man, absolutely. And so I do feel like if a platform like Amazon had something like this, where you could go into like a virtual Amazon store that a actual physical store doesn't exist and explore all of those products, I think that would be a little more intriguing. I would want to do that more than the Walmart thing. But yeah, I don't know enough about the virtual reality world to comprehend what would make someone want to go to Walmart in the virtual
If
reality.
it was a virtual like Amazon, that's like Costco on steroids.
I know, dude. Could you imagine?
I was like, what the
But it
fuck?
will be too, yeah, but it will be
Nearest
too many
exit.
products. Yeah. But I think for the ones who are not able to go to the grocery store, right, and buy food because they might be like, having handicapped or can't walk or I think it's a good idea to have this experience.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That is I was talking earlier is like people in wheelchairs and handicapped people who can't as easily get around and everything. I'm sure this would be like a nice break for them than just going to Walmart.com and placing the order they always do. But
I see that.
The next one will be Disneyland.
Not gonna lie, the only thing that makes me want to get an Oculus is No Man's World. Y'all know what that is?
No.
No.
Oh, bro, No Man's World is it's like you travel through space and it's literally like an infinite game. You can land on planets. AI is created these living beings on the planet so you can go visit and everything. Like it is, bro. It's the craziest thing. I got experience that. Then again, it would probably make me the least productive person. All right, man. The final topic: Katy Perry's fake space trip. Fake.
When was this? Okay.
Doesn't anyone realize that Katy Perry's going to space this time is weird? Their capsule looks like a Coachella tent and they are not wearing professional aviation suits. They landed, but the ground showed no signs of being burned by the fuel. Then someone in the capsule opened the hatch from inside the capsule, and when the hatch opened, a lady standing next to Jeff Bezos ran over and said, "Don't do this." But it was too late. Yes, it was online. Then they still had to try, and found it somehow closed. So the guys on the live crew were like, Jeff Bezos is going to open the door from the outside, and then Jeff Bezos walks over there with a key or something, and then he's like opening the door, and we all see that the door opens from the inside, and that's impossible. You can't open the capsule from the inside, and it's pressurized, and it's closed from the outside, and it's locked and sealed, and then how did they open it? The people up there didn't open it. You mean they got blown up in space? They made their little spaceships and then they came back down probably like 700 miles an hour and hit the floor on one of them, so it was never sealed. It's really so weird.
That was not a Hollywood production. I can't tell.
Dude, okay, so like, all right, everyone knows basically at this point that everything's fake, right? Like the internet is there to manipulate us. It controls what we think, but they're not even trying anymore. They're not even putting effort into the ways, the obvious things they're putting in front of us to distract us. It's getting insulting. Like we're smarter than this. We all know it. We're aware that it's happening, and we're so powerless they don't have to put effort into it anymore.
It looks like behind the scenes of a new music video that she's coming out with. That's what I see when I watch that clip.
But maybe that was their intention, right? It was their intention to do so because literally we are talking about it in our show. Other people will do it. They analyze the video, and we'll get like
publicity do they need though? That's what I'm saying. Like it's making us look this way while they do something over here. You know what I mean?
When was the last time you heard of like a hit Katy Perry?
Yeah, Katy Perry did.
I wouldn't know, bro. Like,
exactly.
Exactly. I'm so far detached from that world.
This could be her comeback. Like, just get that name out there. So
I mean, dude, it really like it sent me into like a whole fit yesterday when I was really like deep diving into the whole thing, because then I start thinking about like what else is fake, man. Like, and then I'm looking at these like 16-year-old influencers who are editing at a professional level, making fantastic content. Like, you don't exist. Someone created you. This is making me question everything that I see. I know.
No, I mean obviously we know it's fake, but like I definitely feel like it's just a modern publicity stunt, like just to get your name out. It's the wild
It's a marketing strategy.
Yeah, like we all know it's fake. It's some bullshit, but it got her name out there.
I think everybody does
a little bit of wild stuff to get their name out there. Publicity is good for everyone.
Who was it the last? William Shatner went up the last time, right?
I'm not sure.
I think the first like public space flight, and they barely go into space. You know what I mean? Like, they just go hang out there for 11 minutes and come back down. And also, people are making fun of the fact that Katy Perry got out of the little tube thing and kissed the ground after 11 minutes when those astronauts were stuck up there for 8 months, and which also. Oh God, here I go.
Oh, here we go. Let's hear it. Rapid Rants.
Those astronauts that were stuck in space for all that time or whatever. I don't know why I never made it a topic, but that was the dumbest situation. They were clearly like they would post footage of the two of them up there, and then they would post footage of someone with them interviewing them. Where did bro come from?
Right.
And when they actually finally did rescue him, like the shots of her in the spaceship were like, she's got gray, disheveled hair, no makeup, she looks rough. When she lands, she has her hair done and dyed with makeup on. It is, I mean,
we're not supposed to notice all these things, okay?
But it would have got even bigger if it was Kanye.
Well, don't get me started on Kanye. Kushana, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I'm just saying, so whatever. Oops, I'm gonna lose my air.
And also, they sent the girls up in little sexy space outfits in a Austin Powers penis-shaped rocket, bro. Like, it was. There's no other way to describe the shape of that rocket. No one's ever gone up to space in a rocket that shape. There's just.
I like the outfits. They were super cute. Like, they were nice.
Hater, you're such a hater.
All right. Let's start the questions, man. Let's do Kushana's first.
Okay, so what is something that you are really bad at, which your partner is really good at?
Hand-eye coordination.
That was so fast.
Like, you're doing this every day.
Yeah, no. He's like, how you are not coordinated at all. This man skates for over 2 decades. Like, he's good in that department. I'm not. He's like, how we're trying to put a pillowcase together. It's like, you're just looking like a fucking idiot. It's this weird thing that he saw, and he was like, I thought it would be cute, but you don't know how to fucking listen to me. Yeah.
You're trying to put a pillowcase together.
Yeah,
so I'm confused.
Okay, so you hold it, he puts his arms through it, and then you guys hold it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Have you seen that video?
I did.
No.
And yeah, I was trying to do something cute. I couldn't follow what he was trying to say, so I was just like, like, I'm sorry. And it turned into like a little disaster.
I would say my lady is the organizer. You know, she keeps everything in line and check. Like, I'll have something to do, and I could very easily just put it in the calendar of my phone. I'll be like, hey, remind me I have this on Saturday, and she'll be like.
But are you in general not good at organizing?
I mean, okay, certain things like,
and you know
crazy,
that, she's better.
I'm weird about like file structure and things like that on my computer. You wouldn't believe how immaculate all of my files are. But beyond that, like organizing my life, I'm a hot mess without her. That's what I would say.
Without her, oh, that's so sweet.
I think I had to agree with that one. My girl's a lot more organized than I am. A whole lot more.
You guys gotta step your game up. Come on.
Organize like what? Kitchen stuff or like clothes, like, or general? Everything.
like life events, like requirements, responsibilities,
responsibilities. Oh shit.
She got her shit together a lot more than I do.
Or you're just spoiled.
Ooh, them fighting words.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be okay with that.
Oh shit.
I'll admit it. My girl spoils the hell out of me.
I wouldn't say spoiled though. Like we have our give and take. I have some things I take care of. She has other things.
Yeah.
Kushana, what about you?
What are you good? What are you good at then?
What am I good at?
Compared to her
Like around the
school,
house and stuff. Like what?
repairing, like man stuff.
I don't like how hard it is for me to come up with an answer for this.
Changing tires
right now.
I'll do stuff like that, but honestly, like that's an insecurity on me. Like I like doing stuff like that, but she's fully capable of it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that I do it better. I feel like I should be the one, and sometimes I hesitate to be the one because I don't want to take the credit away from her ability to do those things. You know what I mean? But Kushana, how about you?
Oh, I'm impatient. So even every time I lose something and I'm just don't find it, like a key, my wallet or stuff, I really panic. And I'm always like, oh shit, where is this? Oh my God, I need to look. Like my opposite is just like, oh, look, just calm down. Like always, I'm just panicking and having almost a heart attack. And I think he more like the calmed, type of way, chilled out, like, oh, relax. Everything will be fine. Yeah, and I'm the total opposite. Like, oh my God, what if I don't fight this key? Yeah. So
he
I
keeps
think
you
this
rational.
is a good plus. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
I'm always stressing out because of shit.
All right, let's do Leslie's question.
Okay, when was the last time you felt fully present in a moment? Fully present.
Fully present in a moment.
I'd have to say my birthday concert that I threw in Louisville, Kentucky, when Blaze Hunter flew up there to perform with me. I knew I had to be on point because he came all the way there just to see me and for the first time and perform with me. And everybody I knew came through. Everybody was there for me. I was like, no, I got to do this. So I was all the way in the zone. It was one of the best nights of my life. For real.
Oh shit, that's super dope. Blaze again doing the kindness.
Always Blaze.
Of course.
It's always Blaze.
I mean, okay, so last couple weeks ago, whatever, I went to Maryland. My daughter and I went to go see my family, and my dad, my daughter, and I all went to like museums in DC. And it's been a long time since, like, she's 19. She doesn't get like real excited or enthralled about things like that anymore.
Yeah.
But just watching her walk around like the Natural History Museum, looking at like the different animals and everything like that, like I took a moment, I stepped back and just like absorbed that moment where it was like, I'm not gonna have this very much anymore. Like this is one of the last times that I'll be able to see her so just like blissfully having fun and enjoying the moment. So I think that would be it.
That's amazing. Yeah. Aww.
I think I got two moments. One that I really enjoyed, the view of the beach and just really taking that moment for myself, and you just having the view, you can feel the breeze and you have the sound. So this is where you just staring at the sunset and be like, oh, okay, I'm right here in the moment and enjoying it. And I think another was like the job interview where I had to pitch something. I got prepared. I flew out there to have my interview, and I had to prepare this pitch. And then I was trying to tell myself, okay, you have to be ready. But I got the job, right? So
yeah,
here we go. But but then I had to be like, okay, I'm gonna get this done. Focus, concentrate, get this damn job. So,
that's awesome.
So I see you.
Oh, I would say it was actually yesterday with my first prospect. I had like a little meltdown beforehand because I was freaking out, all this anxiety. And then I'm just like, dude, just be yourself. Don't try to script anything. Just like be yourself. And as soon as I saw the prospect, we sat down and it was like, whoa, okay, why was I overthinking? Like, I'm fully in this moment, having this conversation with the prospect, and my goal is to help them. And it felt amazing. I felt like I knew what I was doing as opposed to just overthinking everything.
Yeah, I think that's the issue. We overthink too much.
Everything. Yeah.
And then we get insecure instead of just being authentic the way we are, representing ourselves like we are.
Yeah.
Because either way, it doesn't matter, like take it or leave it.
Exactly.
Whether you like it or not. So.
Yeah.
We're all just big balls of anxiety.
I don't think it's society, right? This is something like this type of pressure that we have to function all the time and just deliver perfectly. So
Oh, I passed out when I got home. I was so depleted. It was a 2-hour conversation. I'm like, I'm out. I knocked out. Too much talking.
If I had to choose one other moment, it would I made music for like a year and a half, and at one point I was there to video an open mic night, but someone told me that I should just go up and do a song, and I did my song "Make a Milli" with my man bun. And it's a really funny song, right? Like it's just joke after joke, and the feeling of like being on stage and people were laughing at the things that were in my song, that was an awesome moment. And
You're gonna have to post that link. You have to send us the song because I know you have it.
I will, no doubt. No doubt. Blaze heard it. Blaze heard it. Prom, did Blaze ever send you his question?
Not that I can see. Nothing ever
Blaze,
popped up.
you're gonna send it in the chat, I bet, in here.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. Blaze, I know you're watching. Go ahead and comment your question for us, or just whatever.
Or you might have your own one. So.
All right, what is the dumbest way you've ever injured yourself?
Oof.
Injured.
Opening my fucking closet door. Like
What?
So I'm drawing out my nails. I'm trying to be more feminine. My nails are longer. I fucking open up my closet door and this finger, it like jams back and it ripped my nail. I was like, this is why I don't fucking try to do this shit. And Ty was like, what happened? I was like, look at this. And the nail just like, it broke. It hurt.
I really think you should make that your entire online personality for real. Like that video you posted trying to put on mascara. It was that shit set me, bro. Like I cracked up watching that.
But it looked really good. I really liked it.
I can't pick anything up with these nails. I can't open things. I don't know how people do it. God, Lashana,
you are getting used to it. Even typing on the laptop, everyone like,
no,
man, how can you write? Yes, it will. You're just getting used to it. It's not a big deal. The only thing that annoys the people is the noise.
All right, Kushana, how about you?
Oh, there are so many things I must say, or I must admit, like I'm really clumsy. Like I just, when the sun is shining, I just roll down the electrical blinds. To go on my balcony, I just leave it a bit up, that I can walk through. I just see it immediately in front of me, but I just bump into it with my head, like, okay. Then last time I was trying to, I took the dishes out of the dishwasher. I had to also everything open. Oh my God, I had a big ass bruise here because I was bumping into this damn door. So there are so many things. So I could have a whole damn show episode like me doing clumsy shit. So we're not gonna start with that.
How about you, bro?
I'm pretty lame. I don't injure myself in no crazy exotic ways. The last time I got a real injury, I was playing football in high school. So
oh,
I'm pretty lame.
He might just have these big protection suits on and walking around. He just don't want to admit.
I think before I act, sometimes.
Oh, shit.
Fighting words.
Damn. I left my closet door open moving forward so it doesn't happen again. I learned from my lesson.
See, I'm like Kushana, bro. Like I could go on for like 10 minutes listening to all the dumb things I've done to injure myself. But the first thing that comes to mind is like a couple years ago, I first got my laptop, right? And I used to do a lot of work in my carport in my old house. So I'm going out there at night, and this is a two-parter. I have my laptop in my arm. I hit this little table. It's about shin high. and just literally I'm going to fall, and I have the laptop in my arm. I somehow managed to somersault, put my shoulder down, protecting my laptop, get up like a superhero. It hurt like hell the next day, but I was good. A couple of days later, my buddy had a concert. I was there to film it, and I was trying to go up around the stage or whatever. And this was just before the show started, but there were 30, 40 people already there. I had a couple drinks. I run up to the stage. I think I could hop on it. It's about 3 inches taller than I think it is. I jammed that same part that I hit on that table, my shin, right into the stage, fall on my face. Everyone looks up, bro. I get up, act like nothing happened, walk away. In my mind, I am crying alligator tears for the pain that I feel coming from my shin. It was miserable, bro. It was.
You got a twofer.
It was dude. It was awful.
It was bad. Okay. We should have a story just only with this that will be funny. And then I making like with our faces, gonna set up the videos.
Get ChatGPT to make videos. All right, so Blaze sent his question.
Yep.
Prime, go ahead and read it out loud.
All right. He said, if you were paid $2 million, but your spouse or mom, if you're single, had to go to prison for a year, would you do it?
Oh, you are an asshole, Blaze. That is diabolical. I'm not even happy with that question.
I'd have that conversation with Ty.
Straight up.
Hey,
I would go to jail. I would go to jail for $2 million.
Yeah.
A year? Yeah, I would do. Well, it depends on what prison. What jail?
I was like, is it
where?
Prison?
That's a good question too. What prison?
Don't come at me like that. You already did it.
I mean, straight up, like it wouldn't make me happy, but I think that Dan would say the same thing. I think she would tell me like, no, $2 million, I'm going. I'll see you in 365 days.
Before then, like before your year. What happens if you get shanked before your year is up?
Well,
don't do anything stupid. Just go in there and be nice.
Just keep your head down.
But what if, right? You in there, you get in the $2 million. Your spouse got the $2 million, and then in between you in there, the money is blown.
See,
because you never know, like, he's gonna be in there for a year. Oh, you're gonna meet some other people. You'll be spending that $2 million.
My lady would have that $2 million be a 4 by the time I got out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you got to think about that $2 million like a contract. You can't spend it until she gets out. You know what I mean?
You can invest it.
Just go ahead.
But that would not be. Yeah, but that would not be no Netflix original.
I don't think Ty would want to do it for $2 million. I would do it for him. Yeah, let's go. It ain't problem.
Like he wouldn't want you to go to jail.
I don't think he would want him to go to jail for $2 million. But I you would. I don't know how his experience was in the past. So it's like, do you want to go to jail again? For a year?
Hold on. Is it jail or prison? Because those are two completely different things.
That is true, yeah. Yeah, we need.
Did he write jail or did he write prison?
Because jail is a different story. That's fine. That's not that hard.
So what's the difference over there between jail and prison?
Death.
Jail is temporary. Prison is where you go after you're sentenced for like years. Jail is where you go while you're waiting to be sentenced.
The criminals that you're locked up with.
Oh, but I mean, if you're sentenced for a year, then you still can end up in prison, isn't it? Or you?
Yeah. No. Like once you're sentenced, you go to prison. I've only been to jail once. And it was like I was arrested real late at night. Went to sleep pretty quick, and I woke up and I didn't remember that I had been arrested. And I was looking around like, where the fuck am I? And then I realized like I live in a small town, right? I am in this set of like 8 cells completely by myself.
Oh,
I feel like I woke up in a horror movie.
I forgot you were in Alabama, right? So
yeah. No, but dude, that day sucked, man. Like I asked them to give me a book. Like I was like, is there anything you give me for some entertainment or whatever? And they bring me a book about an insurance agent appraising the damage at an accident in a theme park. I was like, bro, I would rather stare at the wall than read this book.
What did you go to jail for?
Huh?
What'd you go to jail for?
Oh, that's a different story. That's a
topic?
whole other topic. That's a whole
That's
other
the deep
topic.
dive.
Yeah.
Deep dive story.
I would know next week. Have you guys ever
Gonna
gone to
have-
jail? If so, why? That's my question for next week.
All right, but it's just a crazy ex story. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
I've been in handcuffs once. That's it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an exclusive for this one, exclusive podcast episode.
Blaze asked last week, Leslie, if we found out one of us was arrested, what would we assume that they were arrested for? And I said Blaze would have definitely been arrested for road rage. That's what
Does he have road rage?
Yeah, for sure. You and Blaze, bro, never allowed in the car together.
I mean, if you've seen Florida drivers, you'd have road rage too. I just want to smack the hell out of somebody sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, bro. Florida was awful, man. All right. Well, look, thank you for everybody watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, do all the things we want you to do. You can catch us every single Friday at 3 p.m. EST.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network.